Welcome back, Hof Bergmann fans. We are here, and this time, no joke, we are going to really be firing up the brewery. I have sped up the malt production a little bit since we were last together. So we will now be able to make malt a wee bit faster. I think there was a little bit of a, maybe a little bit of a typo on the malt production based on how fast the malt grist production is. So we're 1,000-fold the production on that. So we're now making 24,000 liters a month as opposed to simply 2,400 per month. So as we sleep, we'll have plenty to mess with. We got Simper in here with me tonight. How is everybody in chat? Farmer G, Grenade Racer, Delilah, welcome early. Snowman 32. Oh my gosh, yes. That's quite an upgrade. 8 gigs to 32. I can see how that would speed up your game loading. Derek, welcome. Most of the map videos that I do, that is real time. You see the map load up in real time on my system. No one's ever really mentioned if my system loads a lot faster than theirs or anything. But occasionally there's a map that'll take longer to load and it'll like hang for a little bit, and I'll just go and I'll cut the hanging out. But yeah, that's a good benchmark, I guess, would be how fast the same map loads up between our systems. I've got 32 gigs. Thought we'd pick up some straw before we make it tomorrow, next month. However you want to look at it. There we go, off we go. Let's see how much of a mess we're gonna make. I'm gonna try to unload this in the farmyard again. Use the remote control to use the crane to put them up above the big area. Last time we tried to do that, we made quite the mess. Yeah, I think I've got, well, in my system I've got probably a Gen 3 NVMe. It's been in the system for quite a long time. That's the OS. I've got an SSD, standard SATA SSD. I have, give you a general idea of how old the system build is. I have a 2 terabyte spinny disk, spinny drive still, and recently I added another, I think Gen 4 NVMe. Yep. For mostly for video, for video storage and video editing. So I think I loaded my mods off of the SSD, SATA SSD. Oh yeah, the bad things are happening. Wow, that was beautiful.
Bales are everywhere.
Yeah, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Crofter, it is brew time once we get into the real show. First, we're gonna fix this mess. Heard that there was a there's something going on with like these Anderson trailers. They don't want to unload right. I saw it also happen over on Carpathian. So I'll just do this. Hopefully there'll be an update come soon that will maybe correct that. Oh, let's check out Snipper's awesome outfit here in a little bit. I have seen videos of the Nexat harvester system. I've heard they're also going to make it work for like planting and maybe spraying. So then the tram lines are all the same. Let's see. Let's see if bales blow up over here. I'm not going to get them all in here, but at least I'll get some.
Yeah, it's working. No more capacity.
Eric, you are just in time. Pre-show is just about done. And, I guess I'll take these, sell them. I got so many now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hof Bergmann. We're going to become brewmasters today. I kind of promised that last live stream, but didn't realize that it was going to take one, so long to harvest the barley, and two, that the barley malt production plant was so slow. So we have made some adjustments to that, and we are done now harvesting all of our barley. We're going to go sell these bales, and then we've got some malt to pick up from the malt factory. We're going to take it down to the brewery and get that process started. Then we're going to make it July. And grab some more malt. Take it down to the grist factory. Make some malt grist. And then we'll put that in the bin. Down at the new brewery. We'll get this process started. What? Oh. Roger, what's up? Genetic J is here. Welcome, and while we are getting started here, this video is brought to you by William Chapman and Jonathan. Thank you for being farm barons. The malt. Is that what you're talking about? The malt?
Yeah, I'm at the, yeah. Bringing back the 2 bags.
Yeah, okay. We're at the brewery. Maybe we'll see Simper. He's on the bicycle. The barley malt is slow. It was...
Yes.
I think it was a mistake. Yeah, it was configured to make 2,400 per month. 2,400 a month. But if you look at the malt grist factory, it's like 48,000 a month. So, how many months would it take you to make enough malt in order to have the malt grist factory actually busy for an entire month? Right? A whole lot. So I went in and I added a 0 to the production. So now it's going to make 24,000 malt a month. So I felt that was maybe a bit more appropriate given the speed at which the malt grist factory is set to run. It's a quick edit. Oh, we can't. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to sell bales. They're closed.
Actually, I just did magic here. I'm coming back with it too. Oh, the sell bales, yes.
Let's see here. Alright, we can, do this while we wait. Yeah, I can fumble through XML and change numbers. I wouldn't call that modding. I would call that constructive editing. I mean, it's not like I didn't do a whole video on how to make edits to production already. Schultz! He's here, he's here. We're wearing our shirts. We're wearing our bad things. Mayhem Crew shirts and hats. There, we'll stop that. We're the fastest runner. We're faster than Flash. Oh, where are you at? Oh, you're on your
Going
way
to the
over here.
brewery.
Oh, here you
Coming.
come. Here he comes on his bicycle. Here he is, right around the corner. Oh, we got the floating words coming. Oh, let's check out your outfit. Got a Bad Things Mayhem Crew. Got a Bad Things hat on.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, you want to bring the other bag? We got to put it in the mill up here. And then tomorrow we'll just grab bulk malt and take it over the malt grist mill and make it into grist. Then we'll put it in the silo around the outside. How do you get the small businesses? What do you mean, Jack? I had to buy the brewery. So once you buy the brewery, that's how you get the small businesses. I don't understand. So we need that and the malt. Go ahead and put this in. Oh, we want to set that to, we need to set all this stuff to distribute. So here we are. Where are we at? We need to do distribute. Now the hose is hooked up. We do the same thing with this one. Distribute. 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 Okay, now all the hoses are hooked up. Now we'll get this one going. Okay. I think we can make it tomorrow now.
All right.
Cypher and Chris, welcome. How you doing? Things are going well here. And we gotta feed our cats. Because you know they get hungry. Clear that out of the way. Make sure they're going good. Take care of our animals. Oh my, we got a pile of poo. Ooh, that's gonna take a while. I'll just, look at me laying down on the job. We'll just move this out of the way for now. Oh wait, here, let's top this off. What? What? Oh, I know why I set this. I set that to distribute, didn't I? I set that to a distribution. Excellent day. Outstanding. Alright, good. Alright. Oh no, we're locked in here until when? 9 o'clock? Well, we're not going to sit around and wait. Oh, the eggs are full. Okay. Well, I could have just teleported out of there, but I suspect the other mill was closed too. So this way, at least they're all open. no problem, Jack. I mean, I saw it. I'm like, no way. No way that is right. So a little subtle tweak and you were done. Rabbit Rob! What is up? Did you make any money last night? That's my question. Did you make any money? Barely.
I made money. It's 400,000.
I made myself $3.5 million. Why does it take you so long to make money? I don't think this is the right production, but I'll see. Oh, okay, it takes it. Malt grist. Yes, I'll take some malt grist. Oh, you hit too many things, did you? You can buy stuff at the shop, right?
I think so, yeah.
We're gonna need a couple bales of hops and a couple jugs of yeast.
I'll get hops and get
We don't need a whole lot. Like, I mean, like 2 of each will make a lot of product. We don't make very hoppy brew.
No.
It's smooth going for the young folk. Tell you, back in college, I had a Guinness, and I thought it was the most awfulest stuff ever. It was like just foul and nasty. And then, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago, I had another one, and it was like, maybe I have the perfect one because it was nice. Had a nice chocolate undertone to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, maybe it's just, maybe I just had a bad pour.
Maybe, or just acquired taste, or second try is usually better. I think when you try something.
Oh, get out of the way, bike. Kids these days, they just leave their bikes everywhere.
Oh, sorry.
Hopefully we're going to be able to bottle tonight.
So where's the hops there?
There we go. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, we're already full. Oh, I know there's... I've seen videos about that. There's like a whole bartending class, right? Like bartending gets certified to proper pour. Let's get that going. I don't remember. Is it a hole? Is it 2? Yeah, we need 2 waters. Fill this thing up. And I mean, I guess I'll leave it open for anyone that hasn't seen it. Open the door. Because we'll get some smoke out of here eventually. We get that running. See, we got the gauge that works. That needs hops. But watch this. So the temp gauge is the one on the left. It's going up. It's going up. We're about to get some steam. These animations are because of the custom production script that is a part of this map. It's a production script by our good friend of the channel, GTX Mods. I don't know what point, but we're going to get steam at belching out of here in a minute. That's going okay. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. Quick. There we go. Okay, we got that steam. Let's shut that one up. And we'll leave it to its process. Come back in a little bit. Oh no! Oh, we ran into each other. What's the passenger? E. There we go. These fine gentlemen. Oh man, what? Oh, he's messed with me. We'll take these hops and we'll put them in here. There we go. that in there. It's always good to okay. Alright. Alright, so now we just let it do its thing for a bit.
So everything is working?
Everything that we can for now, yeah. What we loaded up yesterday is running in phase 2.
Okay.
I got phase 1 running again. I figure we'll do a little work and then speed up time. Hopberg? Bad pun. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we make the bales explode this time. No, they just sell. Okay. So we have our mash tun running, our lauter tun is running, our wort kettle is going to be running at some point, and then our fermentation is going to be running, and then our storing and maturation is going to be running. BFG, welcome. So I haven't looked to see what if there's anything ready to harvest that we need to harvest.
Yeah, I'm picking up the poo.
Oh, the chicken poo?
Well, actually, the piggly wigglies.
Pig poo. Cow poo, chicken poo, everything's got a poo. I think Tuki's hiding from us. Right? I think Tuki's hiding. Oh, we could take some milk over to the cheese and butter plant. That one's too big. Oh, where's our how close is our still file? Still growing. All right, let's take this over here. Chuck it in there. Go grab some sheep milk. And a little tractor, little trailer. Oh, do we finally need to give you guys some hay? Alright, well that's running. I mean, it still looks like they got enough food, but we'll spawn out 5 hay bales. Oh, I put it in storage. Dang it. Go this way with it. Oh, come on. I want to go in it. There we go. We'll top them off for a little bit. You guys don't make a lot of milk yet. Oh look, there's our bottler. There, Simper picking up the poo. Keeping up with the farm. I wonder how much is in this. 120. Oh, we just barely didn't have enough for another wheel. All right, let's check our production. So the mash tun is running, lauder ton is running. Wart we can activate. And that'll work. Next hour. Okay. Let's go get some cow milk and make some butter. SF Farm and Photography, welcome. Oh, you're probably not one of the few. I mean, you're probably one of few, but you're not the only. I mean, I've been known to do that from occasion. Disney Farm. We need to go get our TMR. Feed the other cows. Bring it back over here. That butter in there. All right. Where is it? Okay. Capitalista, welcome. Welcome to the party. Gotta take care of all of our animals. We have to slow the clock down. So much to do. Up. Whipped around on us. Rabbit Raw likes to push the merch shop. He's got some barley juice glasses he's rather fond of. We gotta get the water tank. All right, we can see how our dryer's doing. Uh, 7,500 liters worth of grain yet to dry. Oh, Richard, that is a true shame and a sad state of affairs that we have here, that folks would have such disrespect for the company for which makes the game that they so enjoy. That they would violate DRM and copyright. By cracking DLC. water in here. Oh, I got water the other cows. Oh no, they're this way. Ah, you're making some yingling over on UMRV. The trick to this, some people will say I can't water my cows or my sheep. It's because they're trying to put the trailer too close to the trigger. Maybe you gotta leave distance for the hose to hook up. If you're using a hose equipped trailer. Okay. Then we can head back over to the brewery and see where we are. Probably need to get another round running. So that is almost done. That's working its way. We need a... What are you missing? Oh, you're still missing wart. Okay. Oh, did we put this to distributing? So we're gonna put that on distributing, because then it's gonna come out the back here. Follow the pipes into the bottling facility. I think that's enough. 11 million units of straw. Yeah, I want to get the bottling running today. What is ready to harvest? Two and four. Two and four is ready to harvest. That is our wheat fields. Okay. So how many contracts, how many fields did it take you? So we'll do this for about 5 minutes and then it'll be 11. And it'll be time to tend to the brewing process. Oh, are you using the straw from contracts, straw from missions? You remember this was a potato field first go around. Still had a lot of potatoes from that batch. Probably be good for a while. Got clover in the field directly in front of us. We can bale, we can mow and bale that.
Where's your trailer?
It's down there at the entrance of the road. By the barley field. Basically the other side of the chickens. Who's had a chance to play with the esports beta on PC? Bale stacking challenge. Have you taken your friends on? Who is the king of bale stacking? How about the esports arena mode? Are you better than the FSL teams at baling, harvesting, hauling, blocking productivity? Oh, where'd you hear that, Schultz? Where'd you hear that? There he comes. Oh. Dave, the wealth of knowledge. Alright, let's jump over here. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, so that's running. We get that running. The next phase, and we just keep this up. Did I know there's more than Dave? Even there's more than one? I mean, there can be only one. Well, yeah. Alright, we got that back up and running. Spent grains. Oh, oops, wrong one. There, we gotta unload this. Of course I can't. Oh yeah, that's not me. I thought I had to fill the open the door to get the spent grains out. Be nice if there was a place to put these. I'll just dump them out here for now. We can take the spent grains and take them down to the pigs. Pigs will take spent grain as food. We take spent grains and put them in the compost area. We do have to keep it empty. Alright, so that's running. That's running. We have 2 liters of green beer. Okay. Let that run for a bit. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a magic you try to you try to twist it off and it doesn't twist off. I don't think you can send spent grain anywhere. I mean, I don't think it'll go anywhere. There's no production that takes spent grain. Your feed mixer does not take spent grain. And you can't distribute to animals. So we'll set it and we'll see what happens. Still file is only for silage production, yes. So it can only go in a silage bunker. Either be it here at the farm or at the BGA. Screenshots. Screenshots is pretty much the only place you can put pics unless you are orange. Orange folks have more capabilities. And we just do that to keep the spamming down. Wayne, what is up? What is up? So was that, Schultz, was that announced over at the G Portal Discord or another Discord that good old Dave from G Portal's in? Oh, your heat wave, it was mid 70s here. I think it's supposed to be low 80s tomorrow. And then I think it's supposed to cool off down here. He was twitching. He was chatting it up in a Twitch stream, eh? So I gotta let me ask you a question. Since I know you work on these things IRL. So the wife's journey's got a problem. Uh-oh, you say. Yeah, uh-oh. Over the weekend, she calls me up. Freaking out. She tells me I need to get over where she is right away because the car's just dropped all the automatic transmission fluid. All of it. And I'm like, what? So, alright, so I get out there. And the hood's popped. Okay, that's the first clue. It's probably not automatic transmission fluid. And then I look at the car, I'm like, why do I smell coolant? Right? Why do I smell antifreeze? Well, it turns out it was spewing antifreeze out the overflow. Right? It had overheated. And was spewing antifreeze like there's no tomorrow. Out the overflow. And by the time I get out there, it's probably been about 20 minutes since it started spewing. It was done spewing by then. So I get some water and I put in the overflow tank. And I, start the engine just to see what's going on. It's the big V8. It's the big Journey engine from 14. So I left the overflow cap off the overflow tank. And when I started the engine, I could see through the gap between the hood and the engine bay, the overflow tank, and it was pumping water out of the overflow tank. I mean, it wasn't spewing it, but it was clearly pumping it out. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on there. So I kind of thought maybe it was a thermostat. But what I don't understand is why would it be pumping water out of the overflow? So I added water until it was like, 3/4 of the overflow was full. And then it just was gurgling up out of the overflow. So we had it towed to a shop that we take things to. And they didn't get a chance to look at it today. And if you're like me, no news is bad news. So I'm like, oh, just wish they would call. Yeah, I kind of thought it was a stuck thermostat. Stuck closed. Right? A stuck open thermostat's like, that's no big whip. It's just your engine won't heat up very quick. Yeah, someone had mentioned a possible head gasket. Now, I would have thought if we had a head gasket issue, right, if we were getting coolant in the engine, in the combustion side of the engine, we don't have, with no exhaust smoke. No exhaust smoke. So I kind of thought if it was a head gasket, I'd have exhaust smoke. But, she's worried. She's worried about costs. There's no rear side mower in the hay and forage pack. Yeah, it's just front mowers. I think really the front mowers are there for the smaller tractors, smaller machines. Yeah, hopefully we'll hear tomorrow. I was waiting to hear today because I'm out of town Wednesday afternoon through Friday afternoon. And that leaves her with 0 transportation. Other than our daughter Subaru, which which we bought a couple weeks ago. Yeah, well, I mean, one problem is her car will toss a check engine light if you don't use shell fuel. So if you put any type of fuel in it other than shell, it will just toss a check engine light like clockwork. And the engine light will stay on until you fill it up with something else. And then it'll go out. So she had bought some cheap stuff on a trip, coming back from a trip recently, and well, she hasn't worked that out of this tank yet. So the light that was on, we attribute to the fuel. There was no smoke off her. It was spewing steam out of the overflow. So yeah, her car only likes shell fuel. It doesn't have to be mid-grade, doesn't have to be high test. It can be the cheap shell fuel, it just has to be shell fuel. So, yeah. Let's narrow that windrow up a little bit. So, hoping to hear back tomorrow. Hoping to get it back tomorrow or Wednesday. But it's kind of relieving to hear that the 3.6 has classic thermostat issues. And given the fact that it's a 14 or a 13, right? It's 13, she's 10 years old. We haven't done anything with the thermostat up to this point. It's a pretty good likelihood. If you want to bale the clover, we can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll check that out after the stream. See what to look for. out exhaust. You got a hole in it. That's what you did. You got a hole in it. I originally put clover in here because I was going to feed the clover to the beef cattle in the outside lot. But apparently the beef cattle don't take clover. The only thing that takes clover is the cow building.
Oh. It's bizarre.
Here they got, what, copper in them? Heavy metals. They have some values. Hold on. Let me make sure. 150 centimeter bales, please.
$100 and what?
150.
Okay.
Because I made put a stack down for them.
All right.
And I realized that that first straw bale I made was the wrong size for the straw stacks.
Yeah.
They're precious metals, not Prius metals. Brett, what's up? So it's almost noon. So we'll check out the brewery again. I don't know if we're gonna get around to bottling today because of the maturing process. It really just depends on the map as to how useful the clover or alfalfa is. But on this map, the goats take clover. Okay. The cows in the cow barn take clover. Supposedly the cows, but I tried to feed them a bale of clover and nothing happened. Maybe they don't take bales? Maybe? And I don't know if the horses take clover. Horses might do clover also. We can sell clover. I mean, typically it's just to do something different. Now, of course, if you're using Maize Plus or something like that, then, well, you know, it's going to be totally different. Indeed, we are playing FS22. Chickens and a brewery. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, we get. We'll occasionally get temps in the teens. On a cold night, we'll get temps in the single digits. But that's rare. It's definitely not FS23. There we go. Yep, nope, no, minus 42. You know, there's a way to fix that. And that's to move. Move to someplace that isn't the land of the frozen tundra. On this map, if you add clover, it turns into hay. Just traditional hay. Oh. What I wanted? Oh, let's get this unloaded. I don't know what song that might be from, but of course, ice and snow and fire and all of that Game of Thrones talk. No more space, empty pallet, eggs. I'll make space. And back to get this batch running again. Game of Thrones. I don't know if the Game of Thrones is a good game. Game of Thrones is a decent book series. Decent TV series. HBO series, I guess. How good a game is of it, I don't know. I mean, it's a life or death game. So, spent grains does not distribute. So, we have 19 green beer. And we have 0 regular beer. Top off our hops. All right, make sure this is running. Yep. All right, that's good. Making beer is a pretty big investment in time. Oh, you're too small. Go away. Inferior Bale. This map is for PC only, Brent, because it is loaded with custom scripts. In fact, maybe that's a good transition to talk about the partnership that we have with Apex Gaming Computers. So with Apex Gaming Computers and the FARMER-KLEIN channel, we have created 3 custom PC bundles. I highly suggest taking a look at the Homesteader. I think that's the best bang for the moolah. Moolah, you know, your buck. Best bang for your buck. As far as the configuration goes, we also have the Rancher, which is a step up. I think that one is maybe currently priced a little bit much.
I'm gonna need to investigate the dog barking
for the differential, but you get a 12th gen i5 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, all-in-one liquid cooler, a 3060 GPU. I know that they're looking to refresh some of this product line here in the next little bit. All of it is upgradable. Apex Gaming Computer, link down in the description below. Save up to $250 off your order using the link down below. But since we are on PC, we have the I guess you could say the ultimate in gaming flexibility with respect to farm sim. Most mods available. And when we realized that our production was too slow for our malt, well, we were able to just tweak it. Enhance the malt production by just editing the XML, which was highly convenient. Oh wait, let's go back here. Come on to this. Let's go get some more malt grist. We should have some more malt grist. Yep. We'll have all the malt grist that we made so far. Oh, I tell you what. Did you ever play FS17, Schultz? If you played FS17, you would know the disdain of trying to find eggs in grass. Because in FS17 we had chickens, but chickens you didn't interact with. They just existed. And you didn't feed them, you didn't have to do anything with them, but you could collect eggs because they would spawn eggs. Catch you later, Brent. And you would wander around, you could pick up eggs. I think you could hold a total of 20 eggs. And then, you know, you took them to the egg dealer, the egg sell point. You could sell eggs for like 100, 150 bucks or whatever. But trying to find them in grass was horrid. And people like CCS 101, they would deliberately put the spawn points where you couldn't find them. So I would, that's when I learned to use X-ray mode. Wireframe for the win. Because you could see the eggs through the grass. It's also an excellent way to find stumps. Pull a wireframe mode up, F4, with the dev console. Oh, grenade racer indeed, right? We don't have to pay a monthly fee for the privilege of playing online with friends. There we go. Perfect. Because that's... Oh, wait. No. No, this is still making malt. Isn't it? No, we're done.
Back in the flash.
No. No. Malt. Malt grist. Barley to malt. Okay, yeah, we're still doing that. Alright, I need to turn this back on. Let's go put this back over at the brewery. M9. You're not just loitering around in chat, waiting for the stream in to say hello, like last time. I mean, consoles have their place. My son's got a Switch. Daughter's got an Xbox Series X. Right? They got their place. She also has a Switch. But, yeah. Any of y'all check out the Computex coverage? It's been coming out last week and this week a bit more over the weekend. Uh-oh. Now, once you put the AC in the window, it's like there. Right? It's there until winter. Right? You wait until you absolutely have to put it in. And then once you put it in, you don't take it out. Until clearly you're not going to want to use it again. You hope. It looks like we've got, you know, everybody's jumping on the magnetic fan connectors, right? Connect multiple fans together with magnets, and or connect multiple fans together with little adapters so you don't have cables all over the place. Like we went and put these empty bottles in the wrong place. I have no idea how much this thing holds. There, that's what we should do. Set it so the little door opens and closes. Alright, does it tell me how much is in here? 13,000, but it doesn't tell me how much it holds. Running. This off. It's out. A wart! Alright, that's coming up. So yeah, it's just a waiting game. Here it is. You must have drove it up through the silage bunker. I saw something about a water-cooled graphics card that was all
Yeah, I did.
in one contained unit. Let me see if this wheat. Wheat's still good in August. All right, let's do that. Oh, get out! Oh, there we go. All right, for the hopes of being able to have something to run through the bottler. Sleep till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jack, you need to be logged in to the website in order to download the map. You can find the map over at lsfarmingmods.com. You need to be logged into their website in order to download it. All right, so we have 383 liters of green beer. No liters of regular beer? What? Here it is. All right. 383 liters. Oh no, did it send it? No, it didn't send it over there. Well, where did it take it?
It doesn't send it, eh?
Know where it is.
Does it need to get to a full level on the other side before you transfer it?
Unless it's just not aged enough. I don't know.
Possibly.
I thought we'd have some regular beer by today. Maybe next month. I mean, I love how liquid doesn't pour out when you open the door.
Yeah. 283 liters though. Green beer, so that should actually transfer in something. Usually, you've got a few there. We should have been able to fill out the keg or something.
It hasn't matured into regular yet.
Okay.
See, that process is green beer in, regular mature beer out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was just hoping and thinking that we would, over the course of a month, overnight, have some that would have matured already.
Yeah, there's 0 liter of beer here. Yeah, it says that here.
So, no bottling tonight. Because we're not going to fast forward another month and lose crop. Right? Yeah, I mean, that's the whole purpose on consoles, is ease of use. Right? Just want it to work. Alright, so we got all the spent grain done. That's been emptied out. Yeah, I mean, but we've seen water cooled cards before that had a radiator and hoses, right? But this was like an all-in-one water cooled card. It had the same kind of footprint of a regular air cooled card. The radiator was in the card. Didn't. There. Top that off. So yeah, we have 418 of cast off wort. And then this is green beer. Okay. Oh wait. Top this off. Definitely some interesting cases I saw. RGB simplified, hopefully. Daisy chaining them better. Oh, how about the, anybody watch the Apple thing today? I didn't watch the Apple thing, but I did hear a little bit about their goggles. Apple goggles, whatever they call them. Nearly $3,500 for a pair of those things. Look cool and all, but I don't know if it's $3,500 cool. Oh, we got lots of work to do next time. Sill files ready. We got wheat ready.
I'm just removing the eggs. There's quite a few eggs there.
Yeah, we can probably take some chickens to the butcher.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it looked interesting, but at that price, yeah. I think maybe like a third of that price. I could see folks investing. I could see folks being willing to shell out $1,000 for it. You know, somewhere where it's competitive with like your valve and your valve glasses, your you know, the other VR things that are out there now. But 3 times the cost? I don't know about that. Top that off. And we get back to harvesting. Well, you mentioned 3D failed. One of the selling points on these Apple goggles is a 3D camera. You can take 3D videos with it and watch the 3D videos back on it. Right. So you're making videos. You're making videos that only it can watch. No, not a 360 camera, 3D. 3D camera. Right? So the front's got like 4 or 5 different cameras on the front. And there's camera sets that are approximately the width of your eye. So it's no big shocker how it works. The left camera is taking the left view. The right camera is taking the right view. Right? And then during playback, it's playing back the left camera into your left eye. It's playing back the right camera to your right eye. Your brain is interpreting that as not a video. Your brain is interpreting what it sees on the left, what it sees on the right, smashes together. There's your 3D. That's what should happen. I would say 3D TVs fail. 3D broadcasts, we really don't hear people talk about. Watch your Indy 500 in 3D. It was the glasses you had to put on. Either they were active or passive with respect to how they did the whole 3D look. Blu-rays isn't dead. I thought I turned on GPS. I wouldn't say Blu-ray's dead. It's just technology. Technology moved beyond Blu-ray as a as something that lots of consumers cared about. Streaming, bandwidth, I mean, if you don't have high quality internet, you're not streaming high quality video. You're still buying Blu-ray discs. You're still renting Blu-ray discs. If you don't have the bandwidth to facilitate a quality stream. If you do have the bandwidth to facilitate that, then you don't necessarily need the physical media, because the physical media tethers you to I have to sit down and I have to watch this at a specific place. So, I mean, it's the same thing with why would people still buy a retail version of a game? You've got people that want to collect the retail box, so they want to buy something physical to have, to collect, to see their product. Right? You have your people that don't like buying digital things because, well, digital things can go away, but I spent real money on that digital thing. I want to have something physical and tangible for my expense. And then you have the people that really can't download with great ease that product digitally and want to buy a physical copy. But 3D TVs, they never really made it mainstream. I don't think they ever really made it mainstream because, again, the glasses. Active glasses were expensive. And you had, you had to wear these glasses on your head. And then people with glasses, they have to wear the other glasses on their head. Well, that becomes problematic. Passive goggle or glasses were cheaper. But still, you had the whole, I wear glasses and now I have to wear glasses to watch 3D on top of my glasses. I swear, I thought I had GPS set to go straight. Do I have snap to train angle on? It is set to on. All right. Yep. Not all games. A lot of games are, well, I mean, depends. Maybe console. Maybe Sony discs. Maybe, I don't know, if Xbox physical media. Probably. Given the size of games and all. That's right. Modern PCs don't come with optical drives. But you know. Blu-rays. It's home entertainment is where Blu-ray was bread and butter. And overall, I think a lot of the streaming services abound nowadays. They don't have CD players, but they have a USB ports. They have Bluetooth, right? Tether it to your phone. They have their own data plan. You can have Pandora apps on your car. It's all, everything is replaceable. I've seen the 3.5 floppy go away. I've seen the 5 1/4 floppy go away. I've seen zip drives go away. Jazz drives go away. CD drives go away. Optical drives. IDE drives. PCI drives. SATA drives. IDE slots in general, PCI slots in general, AGP cards, AGP slots, dedicated 3D FX cards. I had a Voodoo. One of my first gaming computers had a Voodoo card in it. We all had a dedicated 3D card And a 2D card in their computers. Definitely scuzzy. Oh my gosh, the 17 million flavors of scuzzy. Barnabas, it's all good. We're wrapping it up. We're reflecting on all the outdated tech that we've lived through. Oh, scuzzy. The days of... Why does this not work? Why are these drives not seen? Oh, wait. I didn't put the terminator on the end of the chain of drives. Or wait. I didn't set the ID value right. You're just a hair older than I am, Matt. Just a hair older than I am. I've been in the tech field for 25 years. Nah, we didn't have a Commodore 64. I knew somebody that did. We didn't have one. There we go. Oh, well, I might not be able to unload. It's some downhill.
Oh, well, okay, we'll see.
Oh, Alien Jim, I wouldn't say VGA's dead yet. I got a ton of monitors at work that have VGA ports.
You're right.
Those dang things will not die. So I had this great idea. This great idea in the early 2000s. Early 2000s. 20 years ago. 20 years. EGA is definitely dead. 20 years ago, I had this great idea at work. I would stop buying monitors when I replaced computers. And we had 17-inch LCDs, Dell 17-inch LCDs, and I still have, I swear to you, hundreds of Dell 17-inch LCDs. Those damn things will not die. The whole idea is I'll just replace them when they die. Well, they showed me 20 years later those stupid things are still running. So now we have a concerted effort to replace all these quote square monitors, small square monitors. That's what all the offices call them. I still have a small square monitor. Can I get a big widescreen? So now I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars to replace the monitors that will not die. I'm still giving them a small monitor. They think it's bigger because it's bigger than a 17. But I'm giving them two 22s. Nothing huge. Nothing huge, but two 22s. But those things wouldn't, they're still kicking. Oh, we're recycling those things. They're getting out of here. Dell 17-inch ultra something. I don't know. I've got less than, I got like 4 megabyte sticks. When I started working there, we had Hitachi computers, 486 33s that had little DIMMs. They weren't DIMM slots. They were little memory slots. SIM slots, I think they called them. Little old SIM slots. And they may have had like 1 meg sticks in them, 4 meg sticks in them or something. Oh yeah, the 2 flavors of DVI. It's like, really? So yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many VGA to or DisplayPort to VGA adapters I've got, or HDMI to VGA adapters I've got. So I can run those stupid 17-inch monitors off of a brand new machine. Yeah. Fun times, fun times. How you doing, Alien Jim? How are things? How are things with you? With you and yours? The question is, will it play Farm Sim? Will that 486 play Farm Sim? Oh, we're doing good. We're doing pretty good here. One day at a time. Right, living one day at a time. Farmville? How did you get that thing on mine? Now, a lot of those old ROM games, all those old games, they were built for the machines of that era. And if you try to run them on a faster CPU, right, they clock so fast, you can't do anything on them. Darn right, hit that turbo button. I think I watched something about classic PCs and the turbo button. It really wasn't meant to make your PC run faster. I think the turbo button was there to slow the machine down for things just like that. Games or other applications that were really written for, like, let's say a 33 megahertz system, and yours was running at 66 or something like that. It was to turn the turbo off. And everything's in a mythical black box, right? Yeah. So then what we're going to do is we're going to run until this is done. And then we're going to call it a night. I'm going to be traveling Wednesday night, and I'm going to be out of town Thursday. I'll be coming back in town Friday afternoon. So, unless Giants drops a map tomorrow, we'll be back on Hof Bergmann. Tomorrow we're going to be doing forage harvesting with Silphile. So we're going to be harvesting our new crop Silphile, putting it in the silage bunker at the BGA and here at the main farm in order to make compost. Silphile as a new crop is a forage only crop here on Hof Bergmann. It has a yield greater than corn for forage, and also it regrows. So it's a plant once and never have to do it again type of a crop. So imagine that, a crop that will regrow, gives you a better yield than corn if you run it through the forage harvester. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow, assuming we don't have a map drop over at Giants Mod Hub. Kids these days, they don't know nothing. Well, I guess. We'll run that. Since GPS is not our friend at the moment. How about those big fat IDE cables to printers? Your printer IDE cable. I had a guy at work. When I started, I was the original tech. They didn't have a designated tech prior to me starting. And after a few years, I'm like, dude, we need to hire someone else. We need a second one. Because I can't do it all. And we got this guy. came in. We were having some printing issues. Anyone that's ever done tech support hates printers. Printers are the most hateful piece of trash ever. The world would be a better place if we never printed anything ever again. Any rate, we were having issues with printers. And this guy basically, he stood on his mountain. His mountaintop, he was bound and determined, fire and brimstone, he was going to go down with the ship. He took a stance that our printing problems were because we didn't have bi-directional IDE cables. So, alright, fine. We went out and we bought, I don't know how many, bi-directional IDE cables. And it was like, you know, this better help. Because as big a deal as you're making it, this better help. Well, welcome. Welcome. Any word on traffic? Yes. Show me your papers. I don't remember. That was probably 20 plus years ago. Well, it's definitely 20 plus years ago. I stopped being a tech 23 years ago. Right before the year 2000, right before the turn of the century. I transitioned over to doing telecom. I know that because I was like, well, crap. The phone system's now my responsibility, and what if it blows up because of the year 2000 stuff? Yes. Yes, I did. I was on campus. For the drop of the ball. And it's basically after the ball dropped, yes. I did walk over to a phone and I picked it up. And I was very happy there was dial tone. That was 23 years ago. Have you asked Alien Jim? Maybe he has some insights on your mythical traffic that crashes after 3 minutes. Well, it wasn't as it did have some legitimacy. It just, I don't think, was nearly as widespread as the press. Big shocker there. As the press would leave the general public to believe. But there were accounting, big time accounting applications. There were probably mainframes that were running very important things like subway signaling and traffic control on trains, tracks, and all this other junk that when they were coded, they only assumed a 2-digit year. Right? 19 was hard coded. And then they realized, yeah, because a lot of these things were coded in Fortran or Cobalt back in the 60s, 70s, maybe early 80s. And they were still in use. probably no one expected him to still be in use. And it was what happens when the year rolls over to 00, right? So I know a lot of old retired Pascal, Fortran, Cobalt programmers basically were hired to scour the code, figure out what will happen, if anything, and correct any issues before a lot of them happen. I don't know how much merit this has, but I've heard like the you know, the computers that run like traffic signals, like the software and the logic that runs the traffic signals is like written on some outdated application, outdated programming language. And like, if it ever stopped, right? Like, they don't think anybody could write anything. There's yet to be a replacement that has the logic. Yeah. It's like, yeah, the phone says, I tell people at work, your phone is dumber than a toaster. Like, I get a new phone. Well, what about my voicemail? Your voicemail's not in your phone. Your voicemail's not even in the phone system. It's in a completely different thing. This phone has about as much intelligence as a stapler on your desk. So you talk about clocks, right? So the phone system now, you know, it has a clock. Lots of the phones have LCD displays. And they display the time and date, right? Well, heaven forbid, oh my God, if the time and date's not right. I had a power outage. We had a power outage. And even though the phone system's on battery backup, on generator, the batteries failed. We had a power blip. Phone system went hard down. When it came back up, it was off by... Oh, I'm stuck on it. When it came back up, it was off by like... I don't know. It was off by 5 hours because we're GMT plus 5, minus 5. So it's off by 5 hours. So I set the clock 5 hours back, applied it. It was still off. It was then off by 5 hours in the other direction. So I'm like, well, okay. How do I go from being 5 hours behind to 5 hours ahead? And all I did was change the clock 5 hours in one direction. But I had a 10-hour swing. So I fought that for like, I don't know, a good 2 hours just screwing around with the time. Eventually I call my installer and say, look, I don't know why this stupid thing won't take the right time. He fought it for like 2 days. And then finally got the time set. I don't know how many people called and said, you probably already know, but, you know, the clock's wrong on the phone. Yes, yes. Oh my God, you're connected to the internet. Your PC's got phone on it, clock on it. Use that instead. But what it was doing ultimately is, oh, and then I would finally get it right. Right, we would finally get it. I forgot this part. We would finally get the clock right, and then the next day you'd come in and it'd be 5 hours off. Just throw your hands up in the air. So what was going on is overnight it was syncing. It was doing a clock sync with the phone company on the trunk line, and my efforts to get the stupid clock to work would cause it to be 5 hours wrong after it synced with the trunk. So some days you just can't win with tech. Alright guys, that is gonna do it. Oops, not that button. Not that button. That is gonna do us for the night. I wanna thank you all for coming out and watching. Had a little fun reminiscing on a classic tech. Chatted up about some other things. Just generally come and hang out. Right? That's what we do here. Plan is to be back on Hof Bergmann tomorrow doing some sulfile harvesting unless a map drops, and I'll be busy doing that video. I'm going to be out of town Wednesday night, all day Thursday, and be coming back Friday afternoon. So look for a stream Friday evening, unless of course a map drops. I'm going to take my laptop with me, so I'll have a mobile recording set up if something does happen that I need to record a video Wednesday or Thursday. I should be able to do that back at the hotel. Hope you all have a fabulous day tomorrow. And until next time, happy farming.